Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now, in today's video, going to be using another unit that I haven't really tried out a lot. I was watching one of Nog's most recent videos where he goes over like the 10 most worst characters in his opinion in Grand Cross, and we came across two of the Stranger Things characters, and that was Mike and Will, which granted, yes, they are definitely by far some of the worst characters we've seen, but he talked about 11 and the Jim Hopper, and honestly two characters that I don't think I've used since their collaboration has come out, and 11 is definitely a really strong character, although not as strong as some of the stuff we've been seeing as of recently. Power creep that's happened over the last month has been ridiculous, but she is still an extremely fun character, so I wanted to try her out. Looking at her skills here, her first card inflicts power strike damage equal to 475% of attack on one enemy. The second card inflicts wave damage equal to 450% of attack on all enemies. The ultimate inflicts damage equal to 624% of attack on one enemy and restores the HP of all allies by 40% of damage dealt. And last but not least, increases the hero's damage dealt against enemies by 40%, remaining HP decreases by 10% for each skill use. Ties into a lot of how she actually plays in the series. I actually ended up watching the series just before she came out, so perfectly timed. And jumping over to the gear here, nothing really special. She has fairly low rolls as well, so sorry about that. At the time, whenever a collaboration comes out, having to summon for and max SA and level up and build gear for 4 characters is super expensive. But jumping over the closets here, we do of course have all of the costumes. But using her alongside King, unfortunately, I am saving Super Awakening materials just because there are a couple of characters I really want to build to try out with the Trader Meliodas when he comes out. But yeah, let's jump right into it. First opponent is an Escanor King team, and Sanka would like to say at the point of recording this video, it is the 4th and it is a Tuesday where I am, and usually on Tuesdays, that is known as our update day. And I was wondering, yesterday was Monday, which is the day I usually get the patch notes where I am, and there was nothing about the New Year's update, nor was there anything about the Trader Meliodas, so I was a little bit confused there. Granted, you know, it is the 3rd and the 4th, so we should have had the updates absolutely, you know, should have had them a couple days ago since it is the New Year's update. Granted, I do understand because Grand Cross does their updates on specific days. You're not going to change that all up just to match it up on a certain day. But yeah, the update should be live, or at least we should be updating the game right now. It's 6 in the afternoon and still nothing to be heard. If by any means we do get some news within the next couple days, I will try my hardest to get it up like the second it goes live, but I have absolutely no idea. I've been checking the forums, I've been checking other people's comment sections. I don't have a clue what has happened with this update. Maybe there's some information I've missed and it's just me that's confused as to where he is. But yeah, if you guys know, by all means, let me know in the comment section down below, because I mean, I thought he'd be here by now. I mean, pretty successful first match. I did also think, with King being absolutely everywhere at the moment, that a wave AoE card, for some reason I had in my mind that it was a PS card, but I feel as if though that should have a pretty good job, or at least do a pretty good job, of killing the King cards. Obviously the PS card, the AoE PS card, is the best card for the job. I don't know, I definitely, going for double rank up, if I had been using dodge food there, that would have been terrible for him. Granted, I do have quite a bit of CC. I don't think you can actually get 310,000 CC without the, you know, CC food, so let's see here. Got the extra ignites on King as well, which is nice. I do think I am going to go for the double King AoE here, just to play it safe, just to get like as much shield as possible. Let's see though. Yeah, still not doing as much as I thought it would have, at least. Granted that it was a level 3 King shield, so maybe on the level 1s it might do like an easy one tap. But let's see, we've got our King shield up. As if he could keep, you know, like the next turn, keep those extra 2 ignites on King, that would be beneficial. But this single target card of hers, the Power Strike, I mean, we've had a whole bunch of characters with Power Strike single target cards. You guys know just how insanely strong it is. Whether it's on Brunhald, whether it's on Merlin, whether it's on 11 here, the card is just insanely strong. And yeah, look, I don't think there's much chance we survive that one. Strange as well is that I was actually looking on YouTube whilst I was looking for where the update was for the New Year's Meliodas, sorry. The Korean, I think it was the Korean Grand Cross, posted something on YouTube. I'll quickly go ahead and go for these 3. Hopefully we can get the easy one tap on King. If she crits as well, she has some crazy crit damage multipliers. Proccing the evasion food as well there with the AoE. The Korean Grand Cross posted something. It was like a, I think it was something that they did with the, I remember with Ragnarok, they had like everyone make a, that was actually really strong. Everyone make like a song, and they did this whole like music festival thing with it. People got like a bunch of gems and whatnot. They posted a song with like an edited video clip. It's really cool, actually. I'd recommend giving it a watch. I'll probably leave in the description of this video. But there was nothing, obviously it being like the Korean Grand Cross, it was just Korean comments, and no one really like, I wasn't going to bother and go ahead and translate all of them, and due to the fact it is Korean Grand Cross as well, I doubt any of them would be posting about the global one, but I just reckon it's real strange, and we are getting absolutely stomped in these matches. This is unfortunate. Hopefully we can actually bring, or at least come through with some of these next matches, and some of the CC we've been seeing in this video has been real impressive. Blue Awakened Lilia, no, that's definitely not the Christmas Awakened Lilia, and I'm guessing that's Excalibur Arthur as well. I do really want to get, one of you guys actually mentioned in one of my previous videos, a team for the new Trader Meliodas with the OG Red Arthur, the, you know, single target, he's single target buffing one that, you know, used to be used with like the OG mono red team. Oh, okay, never mind, it is the Christmas Awakened Lilia. Yeah, I thought it was super weird people would be using the other Lilia. This Lilia is extremely good, and I would 100% go as far as saying she is much better than, like, honestly, most of the units we have in Grand Cross at the moment, especially when it comes to PvP. She's better than this 11. She's absolutely ridiculous. I doubt we can even kill her either. If we could at least kill Kyo. Let's just go full send on Lilia and see what we can do. Definitely better than Kyo, definitely better than 11, definitely, I wouldn't even go as far as saying at this point in time she's better than Escanor. The viability she has with the Dissolve card, and just the sheer amount of damage she gets with those single target cards. And granted, you know, everyone is using Kyo at the moment. If you don't have Kyo, it's a little bit unfortunate. I think it'll probably be a while before we get, it could probably even be never that we get another King of Fighters club. I just think due to the fact that Netmarble, you know, do own, or at least, you know, have stuff with some of the King of Fighters like games, they could bring out other versions and maybe bring back the old characters. That's what I think they'll do at least. But yeah, she's super tanky as well, and due to the fact that she has that flood single target, it makes it so you can build her on a HP defense or a HP crit. So be super tanky, but still output really good damage, which is really nice. Honestly, I would go as easily as far as putting her as an S character. Not SS, she isn't doing what King does or what Barn does, but definitely I would easily say top 15, maybe even top 10 characters for PvP. The Christmas Awakened Lilia character is definitely one I would have liked to have showcased a little bit more. Just not an awful lot of teams that I can do with her, which is one of the reasons why I am just so insanely excited to have the Christmas Awakened Meliodas, the Trader Meliodas come to global, is because there is just pretty much the same situation as Margaret. There is just teams upon teams upon teams you can build for that man, and like that's one of the things I like, being able to use characters alongside, especially weaker characters, and have the team still work. King is obviously, I wouldn't say doing as good a job as Margaret did when she released. You could chuck Margaret with pretty much anyone, and just due to the fact that Margaret was the strongest unit at the time, she counted out Barn, which was the second unit and strongest unit, and you could just do whatever you liked with the third unit of your choice. I don't know, the fact that the team I'm planning to use and the team I'm probably thinking I'm gonna, not that I have the most fun with, but just really enjoy, that something you wouldn't see very often, is using him alongside the Benimaru from the Slime Club. My Benimaru is still level 60. I am super excited to level up. I'm hoping we can get some really good showcases. Well, it'll only be one showcase with Benimaru, but I'm hoping we can get some really good showcases out of the Meliodas. So goddamn excited to have him drop. And here we go onto our final match. It has just been non-stop crazy high CCs and non-stop King teams today. But if you guys have made it this far, please go ahead and drop a like on the video and let me know on what kind of anime suggestions you would have if someone were to ask you at this point, because, you know, your boy hasn't got an awful lot to watch. There are a couple things here and there, but by all means, let me know. I'd definitely like to hear, or at least what your favorite anime is. I mean, you know, even if it's mainstream, I am not someone to kind of diss on what kind of anime you like, that's for sure. And just with how fast this match went, I think I'm going to go ahead and do one more. And it is just insane just how bodied we've been in this video. And would you look at that? Would you look at that? Another 330,000 CC. What has happened? Literally, I recorded like, what, 2 videos yesterday? Well, 2 videos the day before. And it was nothing like this. It's not even like this is like a weekly reset. Or, well, I mean, usually it would be, but the weekly PvP reset was yesterday. Like, I just don't know why. Granted, if I was using a bit of a better team, these would make for some very interesting matches. I didn't even, this is beyond me, man. I can't believe, are we really gonna wrap up the video like this? There we go, and that just about does it for today's video. And to answer that question, yes, I mean, we're pretty much gonna have to. This is, although I thought we'd get some pretty good, you know, interesting matches out of Unit, you know, not a lot of you guys have, you know, being a collaboration character, it's a fairly rare character. And being the Stranger Things club, the first club to not be an anime in Grand Cross, not a lot of people were interested, and that's, I mean, for good reason. She was pretty much the only good character in the collab, but yeah, I mean, trying pretty much a fodder character to what we versed in all of those matches. I wouldn't go as far as saying she's fodder. She's definitely really interesting. That was just an unfortunate series of events, but I mean, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.